We all have moments when fear seems louder than our dreams. It whispers, "You can't do this, you'll fail," or "It's too risky." But what if the voice of your heart, the dream that keeps you awake at night, was louder than the voice of your fear? Today's story is about choosing to listen to that inner spark even when fear tries to hold you back. From Roy T. Bennett, don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. A reminder that fear is part of being human, but it's not a guide. Your dreams are. Lena had always played it safe. Every decision in her life was dictated by fear. Fear of failing, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. She worked a job that felt comfortable but uninspiring. She avoided pursuing her passion for painting, convinced it wasn't practical. Even in relationships, she held back, afraid of being vulnerable or hurt. One evening, while walking home, Lena passed a small art gallery with a sign that read, "Call for local artists, exhibit your work." Her heart raced. The thought of showing her paintings terrified her, but her heart whispered louder than her mind, "This is your chance. Don't let fear win." For nights she hesitated, imagining all the ways it could go wrong. But the next morning, she finally listened to the dream, not the fear. She submitted 3 paintings. The gallery accepted them. The opening night was nerve-wracking. People she didn't know stopped to admire her work. A collector even purchased one of her pieces, the first step toward the career she had always dreamed of. Lena realized something that night. Her fears were never guides, they were chains. Her dreams, though fragile and daunting, were the compass pointing her toward her own life. By choosing to follow the pull of her heart instead of the weight of her fears, Lena didn't just gain an opportunity, she gained herself. Fear is a part of being human. It never fully goes away. It's there in the quiet moments, in the big decisions, in the dreams you've held onto but never touched. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes fear feels heavier than hope. Sometimes it whispers louder than the voice of your heart. But fear is not a compass, it's a barrier, a shadow. It doesn't guide you toward fulfillment. It convinces you to stay small, stay safe, stay invisible. And the cost of listening only to fear? A life lived half-formed, a story never fully written, a potential never realized. Lena's story shows us a different way. It's not that fear disappears when you follow your heart. It's still there. What changes is the choice to act despite it. That's where courage lives. That's where growth lives. That's where the life you've been dreaming of begins. And let's be real. Following your heart isn't always easy. It's messy. It's uncertain. You may stumble. You may face rejection. You may have moments when the doubt feels unbearable. But every small step, every time you let your dream guide you rather than fear, creates momentum. Every act of courage, no matter how tiny, teaches you something about yourself, your strength, and your potential. Life is full of these moments. Moments when the mind says, "Wait," or "You're not ready," and the heart whispers, "Now." And when you finally listen, even if it's just a small action, something shifts. Fear loosens its grip. Possibility opens up. And for the first time, you feel what it truly means to be alive, to be fully in your story, to honor the dreams that were meant for you. I'll admit, I've hesitated before too. I've let fear win. I've held back. And I've felt the weight of a life only partially lived. But I've also learned this. Every time I choose to act on what matters, every time I let my heart lead instead of my fear, life expands in ways I couldn't have imagined. Opportunities appear. Confidence grows. And even failures become lessons, stepping stones, proof that I'm still moving forward. Your heart already knows the way. It has been calling you, even when fear tried to drown it out. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to erase fear. You just need to take one step, and then the next, and then the one after that. Because life is meant to be lived with your heart as your compass. Fear is just noise in the background, and when you choose to follow your heart, even just a little at a time, you discover something incredible. You are capable of more than you ever imagined, and your life becomes a story worth telling. Bold, messy, beautiful, and fully yours. If this story spoke to you, don't let fear decide your path. Take one small step toward the dream your heart has been calling you to. And if you want more stories, lessons, and inspiration to help you follow your heart and live courageously, subscribe and join me on this journey. Your heart already knows the way. Trust it.